Welcome back to Allegedly True Crimes with Matt and Matt. I'm Matt. That's Matt. This is Allegedly True Crimes with Matt and Matt. Matt?
Yes, and we're going to talk about Marilyn Manson again. He's popular.
Apparently he is. People love that Marilyn Manson. None so more this week than which actress loves Marilyn Manson this week?
Her name is Esme Bianco.
Yes, and what did she do?
She was in Game of Thrones.
So what happened here, allegedly?
Allegedly, she had come in for to do a music video.
Okay.
And she had to play somebody who was who liked the BDSM, which is bondage, domination, and sadomasochism.
This BDSM, is this a thing that people are into? Where they like to get tied up and, I don't know, have pain inflicted upon them for sexual pleasure and gratification?
This does happen, yeah.
Wait, is this like new? Is this new, like Marilyn Manson invented it?
No.
Are you sure, man?
It's way old.
Wait, you're saying that other people do this? Like what, like two other people?
Yeah, him and Chris Angel.
The mind freak?
Yeah, and the guy, and Zack Bagans, he probably does this.
And from Head of the Class?
No, from Ghost, that Ghost show. Ghost Encounters or Ghost,
okay,
whatever that show is.
Okay, so aside, okay, so you're telling me that there's people out there who actually get sexual gratification from being tied up and whipped.
Yeah, it's well, one's about trust. When you start to add the S&M in there, that's about just inflicting pain and getting pleasure from inflicting pain on someone else.
So, my question is it possible that Marilyn Manson happens to be, one of his fetishes is BDSM, and he tries to find women who are also into it, and because he's a celebrity, when he's like, hey, we're in the bedroom right now, just want to try some things out, see what you feel about it, that they maybe are just going along with it because he's a very wealthy celebrity.
I think that's part of it.
But let's just say that he was just this guy that worked at like Best Buy.
Home Depot or something?
Home Depot, Best Buy, part-time. And his name was Marilyn Manson, but he was not a famous singer. He was just this creepy dude who wore dark eyeshadow, and he was into like goth. He was into the goth thing, right?
Yeah.
And then his girlfriend found out that he was into BDSM and wanted to try it out on her. I think that the odds are, if she was not already into it, that would probably be the end of the relationship right there, because it's probably not worth it to the girl to get tied up and beaten by this guy for his sexual gratification when he's just a part-time worker at Best Buy or Home Depot, right? Probably how that would work out, right?
Yeah, because whores don't love Best Buy employees.
I guess. Okay, sure. We'll go with that. So is it possible that this is all BS and maybe if it was ever brought up to a judge that maybe the judge would just dismiss all these charges? Or did that already happen?
Yeah, the thing is that the amount of too much time has passed for him to be charged with criminal charges.
Oh.
The statute of limitations.
There's a statute of limitations.
Yeah, because it's happened like more than 5 years ago or 7 years ago. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, so, okay. Wait,
I think it's
you're
about
saying
8 years ago.
You're saying that the whipping, the alleged whipping of Marilyn Manson by Marilyn Manson, was so traumatic that she was in a daze for 5 to 7 years, and then 5 to 7 years later, she was like, "Oh, whoa, that was a whipping." All right, whew. Let me call the cops now. Is that what happened?
She didn't call the cops.
Well, who she called? The publicist? Her publicist?
Yeah, probably.
People
publicist
magazine?
Probably that. And a publicist and a manager. And they get her statement out, and then they go her lawyer and goes from there.
God, that's very strange. That is very weird.
I mean, after Game of Thrones is off the air. So
yes. Now
you're not getting as much celebrity attention as you used to, and you're used to getting a lot of celebrity attention. And then you're like, well, I can always use my weird Marilyn Manson relationship. And
correct. Now, you told me that she lived in London, right?
She is a UK actress. I believe she was flying back and forth between New York and Los Angeles She had met him through Dita Von Teese, I think, and Dita Von Teese and her became friends.
Famous wrestler Dita Von Teese.
No, no. Dita Von Teese was a showgirl. A very pretty girl. Ah. She's known for mocking up like old 50s pictures. She had some tattoos.
Okay.
She used to do a burlesque show as well.
So you did a burlesque show for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
A bunch of Asian guys. Me and a bunch of Asian guys.
All right.
We all dressed up like Madame Butterfly, you know.
I remember. It got rave reviews.
It's all over the internet.
So she flew from London to New York, and she was traumatized by the abuse that she was getting from Marilyn Manson. So after the first time, she's like, all right, you know what? I got to fly from London to New York for work. I live in London. I work in New York. But now that I've gotten abused by Marilyn Manson, and I don't approve of that, by God, and I've escaped back to London, the next time I come back to New York to go to work, I'm going to make a point not to go back to that Marilyn Manson's house, right?
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Wait. She got kidnapped? Marilyn Manson kidnapped her?
I wish he did. It would be a better story. It'd be like Rick James or something.
What happened?
She got in a relationship with him.
That doesn't make any sense.
That don't make no sense.
Wait. She lived in London. She was getting horrifically whipped by Marilyn Manson, allegedly.
Yeah, the actress says that in reality, she spent the next 3 days in lingerie, barely sleeping or eating, with Manson serving up cocaine rather than food. And this was supposedly a music video shoot where she has to get beat on and pretend to like it in this music video.
Okay.
So, and the last part is where he locked her in the room. He made her kneel on this a prayer kneel, and he tied her to that and beat her and whipped her with cables and something else.
In the video.
I believe, yes, in this video.
So in the video where she has the photograph of her alleged wounds on her back from the whipping, she's saying this was a result of the music video, not a private bedroom BDSM fetish session, but this was actually like, okay, we got the director, we got the lighting coordinator, we got the boom mic operator, and then she's sitting there getting whipped in front of a film crew.
I'm assuming that's what it is, yes.
And at no point the director said, cut. You're supposed to fake whip Marilyn, not the real whip. We had the prop whip out that doesn't actually leave huge gashes in somebody's back. It doesn't rip their skin open. You have a real whip. Where did you get the real whip from, Marilyn Manson? How did you get a real whip on my music video set? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he said that that's what the video's about. He said, like, this is what it's going to be about to her, to let her know.
Did he say that he's going to use a real whip? Or did he say we'll be using the standard Hollywood prop whip that does not rip your skin open?
She alleges that during the process, Marilyn Manson got angry. He became angry and violent, tying her with cables to a prayer kneeler, lashing her with a whip, and using an electric sex toy called Violet Wand on her wounds, which I don't know what that is, what the Violet Wand is, but it might be one of those little electric shock things. Oh, my God. It might be. I'm not sure. It could. Okay. Apparently it's a sex toy of some kind. So then she's like, I think it's a good idea to get in a 2-year long-distance relationship with Marilyn Manson. She's like,
what, after this?
Yes. Throughout the next 2 years, it says.
Okay, so basically this sounds like a bunch of Fugazi.
It said she hid the abuse the whole time. He always went too far, and he used to bite her a lot. He said she says it was 100% non-consensual. He would bite me until I was black and blue.
And she was now at this point, she got kidnapped and was being held against her will at Marilyn Manson's residence, and she couldn't leave, not even to go to work, do like studio projects for the film studio or anything, right? She was just like locked away. Nobody knew where she was.
I think they knew where she was. I'm sure they did. They have pictures.
But she was locked in Marilyn Manson's house. She couldn't escape for 2 years.
Together, so they know.
But for 2 years, she was locked in his house and couldn't escape, right?
No, that's for 2 years. They were in a long distance relationship.
Wait. Oh, so she was still living in London.
Yeah, she was traveling either
so you're
back
saying
and forth from New York to L.A. or from London to L.A.
Wow, that's weird, man. That's weird because it's almost like this is.
It's almost like she had 2 years to be like, no, I won't go. I won't do this anymore. But then she moved in. In 2011. She's like, I'm moving in with that guy.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa, wait. So you're saying that after 2 years, she's like, you know what? I think I'm going to stop living in London. I'm going to make the transition to become an American citizen and move to America. And I'm going to go live with that guy who's torturing me. Who it's just a nightmare. It's just an absolute nightmare. Yeah. I'm going to go live with him.
She says, I thought he was in love with me. I did not understand what was happening to me. Was very, very wrong. He was incredibly manipulative. Their living situation quickly turned sour as she reported feeling like a prisoner in his home. I came and went at his pleasure. Who I spoke to was completely controlled by him. I called my family hiding in the closet. Esme says months of terrifying abuse and manipulation came to a climax in one night where Manson thought Esme had put cockroaches in the walls to mess with him. Sounds like some mental illness. Or extreme hallucinations from doing way too much cocaine for too long.
Correct.
Or meth or something. Because that happens with meth. They're like, oh, there's cockroaches in the TV. You got to take the TV apart.
Yes.
So then he took an axe and started smashing all the holes in the walls. And he's like, he's like, well, there's got to kill all these cockroaches, I guess. It's awesome.
Who put all these cockroaches in my wall? You put them in. Cockroach. You put all the cockroaches in there. That's my horrible, horrible Scarface impersonation.
Those are cockroaches.
It's not going to get any better. That's good. That's good.
What do you think? Huh? What do you think? I'm like a baggage handler? Huh? Or Colombians. I don't work in the fucking Colombia.
Yeah, I can't do Al Pacino. I certainly can't do Scarface.
But Scarface is just big cartoon stuff, which I want to get into in a different time. But that's a good movie.
Okay. So this lady winds up moving in, and so it sounds to me from what you're describing is that there's a lot of illegal drugs being used, and this brings me back to this. I remember back in the 80s, because we're a couple of old farts, and when we were kids, they had this thing called the Say No to Drugs campaign sponsored by Nancy Reagan. She was the old first lady of the United States of America, right?
Yeah, she said, tiny body and her big giant bird head.
Yeah, and she would come out and say, say no to drugs. And everybody made fun of her because they're like, drugs aren't dangerous. And she's like, I'm telling you, they are. We're from Hollywood. Me and my husband, the president, we're both Hollywood people. And drugs, they can ruin your life and really mess you up. And everybody condemned them, criticized them, made a mockery of the Say No to Drugs campaign. But it sounds to me like maybe she was right, and doing all sorts of crazy illegal drugs like cocaine and methamphetamines is actually bad. It can lead to such problems as you getting strangled and whipped.
Extreme behavioral things.
Yes, you can be strangled and whipped all the time, and you're so messed up and dependent on the drug that you're willing to take all of that physical and mental abuse just so you can get your fix. Wow, who would have thought? Mm-hmm. Do you think this would have happened if she was like, oh, no, that's okay, Marilyn Manson. I don't do drugs. I'm a clean living person. I might have half a glass of wine. That's about it. But let's go ahead and do your sexual thing you're talking about, your sexual fetish thing. I'm not sure what this sexual fetish thing is, but you're saying it involves a whip. I'm guessing it's a play whip or whatever. I'm sure it's not oh, my God, it's a real whip. Jesus. I'm out of here. And I'm calling the police because I'm sober and I'm not hooked on crack. So I'm not making that choice of it's either crack and abuse or no crack and no abuse. I'm just a sober person saying I don't want any crack and I definitely don't want to be abused. I'm just saying that maybe drugs are bad. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Well, there's a former assistant confirmed that like he'd seen her chase her around. This says apartment on here.
Okay. Well, rich people can have rich apartments. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it says after that she moved out and left the mansion in June of 2011. So this is only probably 6 months or something.
Yes.
Because it says she moved in 2011.
Okay.
She went out in 2011. Can't be more than a year, right? So she says, I lost all sense of hope. That's what she says.
All right.
Though at least 5 women, including Hollywood star Evan Rachel Wood, who is 33, have accused the rocker of abuse, Manson has publicly denied the allegations.
Evan Rachel Wood, I thought. Evan Rachel Wood. Oh, yes. I always get her confused with Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan was the one that came out and said that when she dated him that she didn't see it, but she supports Evan Rachel Wood. Evan Rachel Wood is still pursuing her litigation?
Her thing is she testified in front of the California. Yeah, it's like a post-traumatic sexual abuse or anything like that. That's what I think she's trying to get it, so the statute of limitations don't just end there, or they can be pursued later as well. And, in civil court or maybe even criminal charges be extended over a longer thing. But I think that's the point she was trying to get to.
So the newest lady, this comes right off the heels of Marilyn Manson getting the good news a couple of weeks ago about a sexual abuse charge being thrown out.
This is the liquid of all the body fluids he's spitting on people and stuff.
Well, that too.
And the thing.
Yeah, that's it. And so now this is brought up against him. My question is there an organized campaign against Marilyn Manson where they have all these charges, these people who are going to charge him or allege, shoot allegations his way, lined up, ready to go, and they're like, all right, send one out, see what happens. The judge said it's thrown out. Send the next one out, and we'll see what happens. And then, is that what's going on? Because that's what it seemed. That's what it seems
there was
like.
one judge. The one judge was they had overturned the thing.
Yeah.
And he was just selling the mansion and he was going to leave. And then another judge, they took it to a higher court.
Yes.
And she said, no, you have to stay here and suffer civil allegations, whatever, some type of legal lawsuit. It's going to happen.
All right. What's your opinion here? The latest allegation from this actress. Can I ask you a question real quick? So her name, what's her name again?
Esme Bianco.
Good God, why do these actresses all have these crazy names? Why can't it just be like Samantha Fox? Remember back then? It was so easy. Cher, just one word. All right. So Bianca Schmanka.
Esme Bianco.
Yes, her. Okay.
Yeah.
So when she was on the Game of Thrones, I know you say you didn't watch it, but do you know enough to know? Was she just like a secondary character who had like a very small role in the show, or was she like one of the main cast members?
I think she's a major cast member.
Okay.
Because there's like a bunch of naked pictures of her all over the internet.
All right.
That are from the show.
Okay.
Which I had not seen.
All I know about South Park. All I know about Game of Thrones is what I seen on South Park when Butters kept saying that he's like, I don't like that show. Everybody's just walking around with a bunch of floppy wieners or something like that. Like that's all I know about South Park, about Game of Thrones, is from South Park. So I was under the impression that maybe she was just like this small-time actress on the show. And, her 15 minutes of fame is over. So hence that would explain why she would continue with this relationship and progress this relationship with Marilyn Manson if she was indeed getting abused. But when you brought up the drug thing, that changed everything. I'm sorry. I feel bad for anybody who's getting abused, but listen, if you are choosing to do hard narcotics, you need to go get help. You need to go get help because you're going to wind up in situations like that where you're going to be getting tortured. I don't know if you're going to get tortured. You're going to be in a world of hurt, whether it be physically from somebody abusing you or your own body abuse, because you're abusing your body's going to abuse you right back. You need to go get some help. Because you're going to wind up like this or worse. You can wind up dead too. All right. It's just stupid. There's no need for it. You don't need to do freaking lines of coke every single day or smoke crack every single day. Just go get help. If you can't quit yourself, then find somebody who's completely sober that you trust and say, I need your help because I don't have the willpower to do it. Being a celebrity, it makes it even more infuriating because I know for a fact that celebrities would have the easiest time to get off of whatever addiction they're on. You know why? Because it's all about the money. And if you're a bankable celebrity and you let your Hollywood agent know that you have this massive drug problem and that it's destroying your life, your Hollywood agent's not going to be getting money anymore, right? Because you're going to become a shriveled up raisin of a person Your teeth are gonna fall out, your looks are gonna go, and all that stuff that makes you a bankable Hollywood star. And your Hollywood agent will do everything in their power to make sure that you get clean and sober, so they can keep making money off you. Because you know what? In the end, capitalism actually does work. Capitalism could save the celebrity's life, but these celebrities, a lot of them don't want to get saved.
Yeah, the manager, they just jump on the sobriety thing, like, the rehab, and they put it all in the paper, so they just run it up.
Yeah.
So they use that for manipulation as well, manipulating the public. But yeah, that being said, if you're on drugs, you're easily manipulated.
Yeah.
You're much easier manipulated than when you're sober. There's no question about it.
I got what you need. You want this?
Yeah, your judgment's skewed.
Let me get a hit. Let me get a hit. Let me get a hit.
Yeah, and it's impulsive too.
Yeah.
Drugs make you impulsive. So if you want sex, well, he's the only one providing me sex right now. It's going to be rough and wild. But if you want sex when you want sex, because you're impulsive because you've been taking drugs, that's going to be a cause. But like I said before, she's going to these movie shoots. She's going to doing television shows. She's shooting these things. All she has to do to reach out to pretty much anybody on that set and say, hey, I need a car. I got to get out of here. I got to go to my parents. I got to go to the police, get a restraining order, anything.
Correct.
And, someone would definitely take her somewhere, pick her up. There's too many people working on too many movies that there's not at least one person, which I think there'd be plenty more that would take care of her and get her to a rehab, take her to the police.
The fat guy that wrote all the books.
Harvey Weinstein probably drive her to the police or something. He made quick stop.
But the other fat guy that wrote the Winter Is Coming books or something that they based the show on. He's like, look at me, I'm the fat guy. And
George R. Martin.
George Too Many R. Martins. Correct. Yes, exactly. So he would probably save her or whatever.
Yeah,
the other side of the coin.
The weird guy that fantasizes about dragons, has ladies speaking weird languages, fucking each other, and murdering everybody. He's like, that guy's not into any weird sexual stuff. He's going to take you right to the police station.
The other side of the coin is that she has a drug problem, and the photograph of the wounds. Has anybody validated whether or not this was a special effect from the music video? Because you told me that the whipping happened during the production of the music video. So my question is, did they have a Hollywood special effects artist apply these fake wounds for the shot?
Good question.
And then that's what the photograph is of. And we're not
that's
getting
not
the
what
whole
she
story.
claims. That's not
what she claims. But I wonder if that's what's really going on.
I just think she pulled like a Johnny Depp thing.
I'm saying
where she did the whole black eye and that never happened.
Okay.
It was all makeup. Took photos.
What I'm getting
at
is this: she's on drugs. She's admitting that she's on drugs or cocaine, all that nonsense, right? So let's just say that she's on drugs at the time of the production of this music video. She's so on drugs that when she starts getting whipped, she is in her mind, I'm getting whipped for real, right? But when it might just be that Hollywood prop whip that, say, Indiana Jones would use, right? Then the Hollywood special effects guy for the music video is told to, like, all right, I need you to put some bruising makeup on her shoulder. And she gets it on, but she's still high. She's still high. She's sitting there in the makeup mirror or whatever, and she's looking at the mirror, her back in the mirror, and she sees the bruising. And in her weird, messed up state of mind, she's like, oh, my God, look what he did to me, right? And I'm just saying, she might be in this other world as this music video is happening and she's doing the music video. She might actually be in her mind, oh my God, I'm getting whipped by Marilyn Manson, and he means it. And in reality, it might just be Marilyn Manson going, where do you want me to stand, director? I want you to stand right there. And then raise your right arm up with a whip, bring it down. Oh, it's going to hurt her? No, it's a fake whip. It doesn't hurt. That's what we use in Hollywood. Right.
Or cut at it.
Right.
Just like something else.
Yes. So
is there a through? You can hear the sound, then cut at it back, and he's reaching back there again. Cut at it. You could work right around it. I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt
because it just seems a little sketchy that yes, we have a whole film crew. It's now a conspiracy theory. So a whole film crew is now involved in this supposed whipping. Come on, man. This is a little weird, dude.
It gets a little bit weirder.
There's more
because apparently the thing was the former guitarist, well, still the guitarist, Slipknot. He had come out and he joined Marilyn Manson's band and played with them for a while. Okay. He said he's seen evidence of this type of stuff going on with him. He doesn't like him, and he hopes he gets canceled, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's what he said.
And Slipknot, of course, the lead singer of Slipknot is actually
just the guitarist. The guitarist from Slipknot.
The guitarist from Slipknot is actually like one of the most admired musicians out there, all the young kids today, they're all about Slipknot guitar player, right? Like that's all they talk about on the TikToks. They go, yo, 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 I'm on a TikTok. I just went and saw the Slipknot guitar player. TikTok, Slipknot guitar player, right?
This is what they do on TikTok?
Yeah, right? That's like the rage on TikTok, right? Is that all the young kids are going on talking about the
Slipknot?
Wait, are you saying they're not relevant?
They're definitely not as popular as Marilyn Manson was.
But you're telling me that in the year 2021, that the young kids today, Slipknot's guitarist is not relevant? Is that what you're saying?
Well, why would he be leaving Slipknot to go play with Marilyn Manson if he was more relevant than Marilyn Manson? You want to go work for somebody else when you make more money the other way.
All right, so obviously I'm being
so there's
sarcastic.
A gauge here. Yeah, there's a gauge here. We know what that is.
Yeah. I'm just saying that maybe Mr. Guitarist from Slipknot guy, who is so famous, I don't even know his name, right? We just call him the guitarist from Slipknot. Maybe he is just seeking the acceptance of the youth culture who is into the cancel culture movement, right? And he's like, hey, how you doing? He comes up on his cane.
Just stay relevant.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the guitarist from Slipknot, and I'm down with you kids. You know we should cancel? Marilyn Manson. Yeah, we should cancel him. Because he like whips girls, I think. I saw music videos whipping a girl. He probably does it in real life. That's scum. But maybe that's all he was trying to do, was trying to get into the little trending thing for like an hour one day. And you know what I mean?
Keep his name in the public eye.
Yeah.
Keep Slipknot a little bit more relevant than they actually are.
Yes. I can't name one Slipknot song.
I don't know any Slipknot songs. I've seen them live.
Are they the bodies that hit the floor?
We saw.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. The Navy recruiting song or whatever? Like the official song of the United States Navy or some shit? Right?
No, I don't think that's them.
Okay, so that's not what the sailors sing when they're out on the battleships?
That's what they sing.
I thought that's what they're supposed to sing now. They're like, oh, tan hut. And then they go, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Right? And then that, who's the sailor guy from G.I. Joe? He's like the gay sailor. Remember? He had like the navy blue shirt on and the white sailor cap. Shipwreck. And then Shipwreck would come out and be like, let the bodies hit the floor or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? But anyway, so what are you going to say about Shipwreck from G.I. Joe?
I used to collect a lot of G.I. Joes, but
that's amazing.
Shipwreck.
Cancel Shipwreck. Cancel him. He's a bigot. He didn't like Roadblock. I heard what he said about Roadblock, that one episode.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people know who Roadblock is.
Friggin' Shipwreck is nothing but a damn white supremacist. Him and Duke. And Lady J.
I don't know. We're going to see about this Marilyn Manson stuff, though. So he's going to get sued. So that lady's going to get paid something. I'm pretty sure. Whether it's deserving or not. But I mean, if she moved out within a year, I mean, it's a lot of money to make in less than a year or whatever.
Oh, I was about to ask you when they're getting married. I just assumed that since she progresses the relationship even further and further, the more the abuse allegedly went on. I figured by now she's probably getting married to the guy. No?
Well, she's in and out real quick, but it's weird that like it takes her 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
To be involved after Dita Von Teese, who she befriended and then became more intimate with.
Again, the
Marilyn
Tito
Manson.
Von Teese, the famous Mexican midget wrestler.
Now it's a midget wrestler.
But
I don't know.
Taco Fury was the tag team he was on.
I'm waiting to see something else coming out. I ran across the article. It was in the news feed on Google that someone else had said that he had learned of the plot to kill Evan Rachel Wood, that Marilyn Manson had a plot to kill Evan Rachel Wood. I mean, I guess fantasizing about smashing your head with a hammer every day is kind of like a premeditated murder thought.
Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, that I know about. But you're telling me that allegedly now he had a conspiracy of other people to plot the assassination of Evan Rachel Woods?
I'm assuming he told somebody that he wanted to kill her, or how he was going to kill her, or something. I don't know.
Was it El Duce? Was it El Duce he told? The guy who claimed that he was asked by Courtney Love to go assassinate Kurt Cobain?
That's a weird guy, too.
Yeah.
He's not a believable character at all.
Google El Duce.
He's not a believable person. He looks like he's been involved in a lot of crystal meth drug running in and out of Mexico. He was associated with some type of gangs, right? Motorcycles or something?
Probably, yeah. I'd assume probably some sort of motorcycle gang. We don't need to name them because we don't need an enemies list. And we don't want to be put on any list. So we'll just say a motorcycle club, an outlaw motorcycle club.
Yeah, we wanted to do a show about a motorcycle club, but we figured out that they know us, and they probably know where we live. And if they don't, they could probably find out
real easy. Yeah. So we're just going to say we'll never name any motorcycle. But anyway,
we're on your side.
Yeah. We're not ratting them out.
No, we're going to be safe over here.
So anyway, yes. El Duce is a scumbag, and he's not believable. However, Courtney Love, you know, I have a feeling that there's some shenanigans that went on with that. That's a whole nother story.
How come no one's suing her for all the weird abuse she did to fucking Kurt Cobain?
Yes, yeah, correct.
She did some evil, torturous, emotional abuse to fucking Kurt Cobain, horribly.
And ongoing to the surviving members of Nirvana with the constant litigation against them.
She threatened with the child all the time too, like I'm gonna take the baby and all that stuff.
Yeah,
terrible.
So anyway, all right. So are we got anything more about Marilyn Manson for this episode? Because I know as soon as we get done this episode and I get done editing the damn thing, there's gonna be like 10 more charges brought up against him. That's how it keeps happening.
Yeah, this has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's only within the past 8 months or so that the Evan Rachel Wood stuff came out about this stuff, but she had testified like 2.5 years ago. So the video that's back there is like 2.5 years or 3 years old. And last thing that I saw that we did in here was only about 8 months old. And I had only heard about it like a month and a half prior in the news and like on news feeds. Yeah. And on Google.
All right. So this lady right here, I'm just going to say my personal opinion about Esme. Is that her name? Esme?
A-S-S-M-E.
S-M-E. Me. Ask me.
It's hashtag Ask Me Too.
Ask Me Too. That's my handle on Pornhub.
It's not too.
I'm Ask Me Too on Pornhub.
But is it spelled T-W-O?
No, T-O-O exclamation point. Ask Me Too. Like also. Like Ask Me Also was taken, so I took Ask Me Too exclamation point. Like Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah.
With Jason Bateman.
Yeah, because that's a Teen Wolf as well.
So it turned out that Jason Bateman was Ask Me 1 on Pornhub. So I took Ask Me 2. No, so her name is Ask Me 2? What's her name? Ask Me?
Esme Bianco.
Esme Bianca.
Esme Bianca.
And you said it's spelled how?
E-S-M-A.
Oh, I thought you said A-S-S.
No, that was to make up the hashtag thing.
All right, Esme Bianca, I believe, in my heart of hearts, I think that this is a drug addiction thing and not really a, I'm going to come out with a whip that you don't approve of and just whip you. I think it was like BDSM's like what I'm into, babe, and cocaine. Like, you down with that? And I think that she was down with the cocaine, but not so much the BDSM. And she was also down with the fun of dating a rock star. And I think that she thought like, whatever, that little fetish thing, I could probably deal with that as long as I can get my cocaine, which I like, and I could date the rock star, which is pretty cool, you know? How bad could it be? And then it turned out that it was kind of bad, and she like put up with it as long as she could, but she got more and more hooked with the drugs. And I think, in my opinion, we'll find out, maybe. That's my opinion. What's your opinion on this situation, this present situation with Ask Me?
I don't know, man.
You don't want to stick your neck out there?
And
take one side or the other?
Marilyn Manson seems to be doing some weird stuff.
Okay,
he's running around smashing walls saying there's cockroaches in there. And then why'd you put all those cockroaches in there? That's a weird thing to say to somebody. Because that doesn't normally happen unless you're watching Pacific Heights with like Michael Keaton, which no one's going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was definitely lost on me.
And I don't know. I don't know what's going on, because there seems to be like there's other girls that are like nothing like this happened.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a personality change or something weird is going on.
Okay.
So, but I'm not sure what that is.
All right. So
now,
as it stands right now, you're just going to say
it
could be true. It might not be.
That's why it's called allegedly true
crimes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been another episode then. You got one more?
No, I just want to credit the Sun, sun.uk.
Oh,
because they had a bunch more information than anybody else. But apparently she was on Good Morning America and told a bunch of people on this interview, but they had all the information. I put it in, Good Morning America did not show it.
Okay.
So there's probably some more government propaganda.
Yeah. All right, so that's all we got for this episode. Another episode of Alleged True Crimes in the can, and we'll see you guys next time. And thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed and given us thumbs up right now. I know it's not a lot right now, but we're thankful for everyone. Thank you very much.